Part 2. Burning for Bernie. Vermont Senator and self-proclaimed Democratic Socialist Bernie Sanders would be limited in his appeal, or even a third-party candidate, if this were a typical presidential election. Technically, he is not even a member of the Democratic Party. He is a registered independent, and his policies fall to the left of most Democrats, placing him outside the mainstream Democratic ideology. However, this is not a typical election year. Sanders continues to gain momentum in his campaign, and against all odds, he has turned into a formidable opponent to Democratic candidate and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Secretary Clinton was supposed to win the Democratic nomination with ease. After all, she has been endorsed by nearly every mainstream Democratic politician. However, she is vulnerable. Her personal use of email as Secretary of State is under investigation by the FBI for allegedly sharing classified information. This email issue has continued to plague her campaign, as polls show a majority of Americans now believe she is untrustworthy. The Sanders campaign has been the beneficiary of this claim. Once a long shot, now many Democrats are taking a second look at the Sanders campaign, and many are starting to burn for Bernie. Though it would be unprecedented if Mr. Sanders got the nomination, his appeal and ability to draw big crowds must be examined. As evident at his rallies and across college campuses nationwide, Bernie Sanders is popular among young voters and progressives. Recent polling suggests that Sanders beat Hillary Clinton 84 to 14 percentage points among Democrats aged 17 to 29, and also won voters aged 30 to 44 by a 21 percentage point margin. Polling also suggests that many Democrats now consider themselves progressives or socialists rather than liberals. Sanders appeals to this particular demographic of young voters and progressives because they are captivated by the notion of an expansive government to break up the big banks, regulate Wall Street, tax the rich, raise minimum wage, and provide free services such as health care, child care, and college tuition for all. Additionally, his supporters are not daunted by the word socialism. Older generations hear the word socialism and do not think of someone to the far left, but rather as someone holding policies that are un-American, as in the context of the Cold War. Young people born after the fall of the Berlin Wall and progressives view socialism as in the context of European politics and relate it to a welfare state with high taxes and numerous social programs in which they would like to see established in the United States. Sanders' supporters believe Hillary Clinton is wounded from federal investigations. She's out of touch and untrustworthy. They see Bernie as the most appealing and authentic candidate since he speaks directly to young people and progressives about the issues that they feel are the most important, mainly free health care and college education. Here's a clip of Sanders discussing some of his policies.
What we have seen, George, in the last 30 years, as most Americans know, is a massive redistribution of wealth. Unfortunately, it's gone in the wrong direction. It's gone from the middle class and working families to Donald Trump and his friends, the top 0.1%. And yes, let me be very clear. If we're going to make public colleges and universities tuition free, as I believe we have to do in the 21st century, yeah, we are going to have a tax on Wall Street speculation. Yes, we are going to ask Trump and his billionaire friends to pay more in taxes.
What rate?
Yes, we are going to end these. We'll come up with that rate, but it'll be a damn lot higher than it is right now. When you see the rich getting much, much richer, and in their effective tax rates, as Warren Buffett often reminds us, is lower than the effective tax rates of truck drivers and nurses. Yeah, the wealthy have got to pay more, and corporations,
You said
who in
it,
some cases make billions of dollars a year in taxes. billions of dollars in profits, don't pay a nickel in taxes.
You said
that has got to change.
You said a damn bit more. Previously, you'd been asked if a 90% marginal rate is certainly too high, and you said no. So how high are you willing to go on that top marginal rate? Are we talking 50%, 60%?
Well, we're working, George, this is what we are working on right now. We're going to end the loophole that allows large corporations to stash their money in the Cayman Islands and in some cases avoid paying all federal income taxes. We are going to raise the estate tax so that Trump and his billionaire friends and their families will end up paying more in taxes. We are going to have a tax on Wall Street speculation. Trillions of dollars have flowed from the middle class to the top 1%. And we have got to address the fact that the middle class in this country is disappearing. They need help. We have massive wealth and income inequality. The wealthy are going to have to pay.